Lesson 2, Using Data Flow Transformations. Part 1, File to import. Open Subaru TXT file and write to one row without car name. Part 2, Creating a table. Open SQL Server Management Studio and create the Cars Errors table. Part 3, Adding a conditional split transformation. Conditional split. This transformation separates input rows into separate output pipelines based on a Boolean expression configured for each output. A single input row is passed to the first output row for which the condition is true, or to a default output defined for rows that meet no conditions. Create new integration services project. Create a new flat file connection. Drag data flow task onto the grid. Change the name, and then double-click data flow task. Drag flat file source onto the data flow design surface. Double-click flat file source and choose the appropriate connection. Drag conditional split onto the data flow design surface. Click the flat file source adapter and connect it to the conditional split by dragging the blue arrow. Then double-click the conditional split. To create an additional output, in the middle pane, click the column under output name, and then type valid rows. Click the column under condition, and then type the expression. create the second condition, invalid rows. Click OK. Drag OLADB destination onto the data flow design surface. Then drag the second OLADB destination. Click New and select the OLADB connection. Select Cars Table from drop-down list. Select Cars Errors Table from drop-down list. Click the conditional split and connect it to the first OLADB connection by dragging the blue arrow. Choose valid rows from the output drop-down list and click OK. Double-click the first OLADB connection and then click Mapping tab. Click OK. Choose invalid rows from the output drop-down list and click OK. Double-click the second OLADB connection and then click Mapping tab. Click OK. Click Control Flow tab and add Execute SQL task. Click Skill Statement, and type SQL statements. Change bypass prepare to false. Click the Execute SQL task and then drag the green arrow onto Data Flow task and save the project. Execute the package. Part 4, check the results. Open SQL Server Management Studio and check the result. Part 5, adding a derived column transformation. Derived column, this transformation applies expressions to an input column to create a new value for a new column in the output row or as a replacement value for the existing column. Open Lesson 02 project. Drag flat file source onto the data flow design surface. Double-click flat file source and choose the appropriate connection. Drag derived column onto the data flow design surface. Double-click derived column, the derived column transformation editor opens. In the editor, in the left pane, expand the columns folder. Click car and drag it to the first row of the derived column name list. Click the first row under expression, and then create the expression. Then click OK. Drag OLEDB destination onto the grid. Create the new table with derived column. Click Mapping tab and click OK. Execute the package. Part 6. Check the results. Open SQL Server Management Studio and check the result. Part 7, Multicast, sending output to different destinations. Multicast, this transformation copies all input rows to two or more outputs. Drag multicast onto the data flow design surface. Delete the connector between derived column and OLEDB destination. Drag the output from derived column onto the multicast. Then drag the output from the multicast onto OLEDB destination. Drag flat file destination onto the data flow design surface. Drag the output from the multicast onto flat file destination. Create new flat file connection. Save and execute the package. Check the result. Part 8. Using an Office Excel Connection Manager and adding a data conversion transformation. Data conversion. This transformation applies data conversion functions to change data type, column length, or precision and scale to an input column and adds a column with the new data to the output row. Open the Excel file and enter data. Create a new SSIS project. Drag data flow task onto the grid. Change the name, and then double-click data flow task. Drag Excel source from the toolbox to the grid. Create a new Excel connection. Drag OLEDB destination onto the data flow design surface. Drag data conversion onto the data flow design surface. Click Excel source, and then drag its output onto data conversion. Double-click data conversion. In the data conversion transformation editor, select all columns. In the data type column, select string. Click OK to close the data conversion transformation editor. Click data conversion, and then drag its output onto OLEDB destination. Change the column mapping. Click Control Flow tab and add Execute SQL task. Click Skill Statement, and type SQL statements. Change bypass prepare to false. Save and execute the package. Executing ended with error. There is no 64-bit version of JetDriver, so any packages using JetDriver, that is Excel or MS Access database connections, must be called using 32-bit DT-exec. Right-click on Project Node. Under Debugging option, change Run 64-bit runtime to False. When you are designing such SSIS packages in Visual Studio, and if you have reference to any 32-bit driver, DLL, then make sure you change Project Property Run 64-bit runtime to False before you debug your package in Data Tools, otherwise your package will try to load 64-bit DLLs instead of 32-bit. Now everything is okay. Part 9. Check the results. Open SQL Server Management Studio and check the result. Do you want to learn new skills in the fastest and most effective way? Visit learnwithvideotutorials.com.